Okay. My name is Jonas Echterhoff, and I work at Unity as an engineer. So I'm working on our WebGL export, but also I've been working together with Facebook on the new Facebook integration in Unity. And I'm just going to say a few words about why we're doing this, and what this means to Unity, and what this means to you as developers. Then I'll hand over to Kevin Tai from Facebook, who will demo the new integration and show you what it's about. So when I talk to people publishing Unity content using WebGL, and I ask them, why do you want to publish to WebGL? An answer I frequently get is, we want to publish to WebGL to get our game up on Facebook. So on this slide, you see some Unity games which have been published on Facebook. There's actually many, many more. And it's easy to see why people want to publish their games on Facebook. Because Facebook allows you to get an enormous reach. There's 1.7 billion Facebook users out in the world. Now, Facebook lets you solve monetization with in-app purchases and ads. And you can use the social network to solve discovery of your content. So traditionally, when you look at games on Facebook, many people think of like casual games built on Adobe Flash. And there's been a lot of those in the past, and many have been very, very successful. But now what we're seeing is that Flash as a technology is being deprecated. Chrome will start very soon in Chrome 55 to make all Flash content click-to-play by default, so it would be blocked until users opt in to playing the content. Other browsers will start following along with this practice, and in the course of the next year, I expect to see browsers pushing Flash content off the web completely. So this creates a void for all these games, for all this content, to find technologies to push to the web and to push to Facebook. And with the new Facebook integration in Unity, we're trying to fill this void. So with the new integration, you will be able to, you will have everything you need to publish your game to Facebook, to integrate your game with Facebook APIs, built into Unity out of the box. So there will be a new Facebook build target in Unity. You can choose that build target. When you have that build target selected, you have all the Facebook SDK available. And you can even upload your game to Facebook straight from the Unity editor. Now, you can choose to publish to WebGL using this technology, but you can also publish your game to Gameroom, which was announced in the keynote yesterday. So Gameroom is a new Windows app for running Facebook games on your PC, on the desktop. Gameroom will let you play all the games available on Facebook.com on the web, but you can also natively publish to Gameroom as a native Windows standalone executable. So as I'm the first to admit, there's still a pretty significant gap between what you can do on WebGL and what you can do in a native app. And we're working very hard together with the browsers to make this gap become smaller and smaller in the future. But in the meantime, with Gameroom or with the Facebook integration in Unity, you can have the best of both worlds. You can publish to WebGL, but you can also publish natively to Gameroom. And then you get all the benefits of being on Facebook. You get the social integration. You get the in-app purchases and all that working. And you have all that out of the box. So now I'll hand over to Kevin, who will show all of this in action.
Great. Thanks, Jonas. Hi, my name is Kevin Tai. I'm an engineer from Facebook. I've been working on Gameroom for the past few months, almost a year. I'm excited to dive deeper into Gameroom and the Unity integration with you all. I'm going to first talk about three things. Number one, why did Facebook build Gameroom? 2, what does Gameroom offer to developers and users? 3, what does the Unity Facebook integration actually enable and allow developers to do? And then I'll jump over to actually show you how to build your game for Gameroom and integrate with our services. And I'll actually modify a little bit of code too to show you some of the services that we allow you to use. So why did Facebook build Gameroom? The PC platform is still very important. Over the past few months, or few years, I mean, this guy has been a pretty big deal, and understandably so. But the PC gaming market is still very big. To put in perspective, in the next few years, the overall gaming market will exceed $100 billion annually. PC gaming will continue to grow with that trend. At Facebook, we want to extend our reach on desktop beyond just web. And we can do that with Gameroom. So what can Gameroom do, and what does it offer to users and developers? So the part that I'm most excited about and why I'm talking to you all here is that Gameroom can run all games built on Unity. It unlocks a whole new set of content for us. This is a very, very, very powerful thing. These native Windows standalone games can leverage the CPU and GPU of your computer, and it runs without the constraints of current web technologies today. So Gameroom is a Windows application, Windows 7 and above. You can download it today if you're interested, facebook.com/Gameroom. It's a real product with real users today, so check it out. As Jonas mentioned, Flash is being deprecated. In the future, Flash games will probably cease to exist. With Gameroom, we're able to bring the high-quality games for Facebook webs onto Gameroom, so then they can still be played by their millions of users today. The Gameroom packages Flash, so it will be unaffected by any browser deprecations. Then Facebook infrastructure. Gameroom is built on Facebook infrastructure. This allows us to move very fast and scale. For developers, what this allows is it's very low friction for them to publish their games onto our platform. Developers shouldn't have to worry about the complexities of our platform. They should just worry about making their games amazing. So what can Facebook offer? We will host your games for you and deliver them to your gamers. No need to worry about storage and storage costs. Payments. We simplified the payment service so that you can manage your entire product catalog on our servers. We've simplified the payment API also too. And analytics. Facebook is all about data. Facebook Apps for Analytics is a very powerful service that allows you to really understand who your users are. With this data, you can really understand your target audience and optimize the games for those users. There have been many successful games on Facebook. They typically monetize through two means: in-app ads and in-app purchases. We want to go beyond that. We are heavily exploring ways to allow games to onboard our platform regardless of their monetization model. We're exploring games that require purchase up front and also games that require a subscription. Then ads. We're exploring new ways to make your games more viral and distribute them through newsfeed and other Facebook channels where all the eyeballs today in the world are looking at. And in-app ads. We are looking to make in-app ads more native and feel less spammy. Audience Network is Facebook's solution to bring highly targeted and relevant ads to mobile apps. We're trying to bring that to desktop gaming. All right, now the Unity and Facebook integration. So what exactly is this? As you can see here, you'll see Facebook listed as a build target in the build settings. And you'll be able to either toggle to export your games on Gameroom or on WebGL. You'll be able to quickly one-click publish, so no need to even go and manually upload your games. Out of the box, it works. With Facebook build support installed, you get instant access to Facebook's services. So whenever we create new services, we can push quick updates to you all. No need to download and integrate any external plugins. It will just work straight out of the box. So the Unity editor with Facebook build support was made available through an alpha test a few months back. So a few months ago, in August, we announced the partnership with Unity and Facebook, and we made this editor build available to developers in the Unity forums. The response was overwhelming, and we received over 1,000 interested developers. We got awesome feedback. The general consensus was that the integration was very simple to use, and it took around 1 to 2 weeks on average, and for some developers, only took a few days. All right, now I will give a live demo of Gameroom and what it takes to build your game for Gameroom. Okay, so I'll talk about Gameroom and show you more. And actually, Friend Smash over there, that is a sample project that we'll be working with. After I demo Gameroom, I'll jump into the code a little bit, show you what it took to actually integrate the game and publish onto our platform. And then we'll modify some code, publish a new build, and pull down the newest version of the app. And then third, I'll show you the power we get with Facebook App Analytics. Okay, the first thing you see is this is my Facebook profile. You can use your current Facebook login today to log into Gameroom. Actually, then, if you happen to be logged into Facebook while you download it from our website, it will auto-log you in. So this is our hero banner slot. This is where we feature our top games. This presents some interesting featuring opportunities here. From our initial data, we see that a good portion of games that are featured here have gotten a significant amount of new players playing their games. Here we have a list of carousels of recommendations and games for you. So Age of Caveman looks pretty interesting. If you want to learn more, you can dive deeper. Opens this. You can browse the screenshots, click game information, and if they have a page, it will show the information here. And if you want to search games for categories, you can also do so. So I like action games. Let's go here. List of action games recommended to me. And then for native games, these games are actually consuming space on your hard drive. So this allows you to manage these games, such as deleting. And then on the left, these are the list of games in your library. Let's play this game. This is Friend Smash. So notice how Facebook automatically logs me in. This is a very simple game. The objective is to smash a picture of your friend. So my friend Amir here, once he pops up, I'm going to try to smash him. Then if I smash the incorrect person, I lose. Okay, so I got this, and this maintains your high score. So my current high score is 4. I've actually never been 4. And to show you some of the various Facebook services that you get out of the box, you can challenge your friend, like invite them to play. So I played against Amir. I can say, I smashed you 4 times. Can you beat it? You can share. I'll tag some people I know here. So when done effectively, sharing and inviting is a very effective tool to actually enhance your game. And these types of games will really perform well on our platform if done correctly. For this, notice how it's not very, high intent users will actually take this action. It's not in your face and spammy. Then of course, you have payments. And being a desktop app actually has some nice features that you get that isn't available on web. One of which is you can create a shortcut. So now you have a shortcut to that game. Simply click it, and it'll navigate to the game. All right, now let's look at the code for this particular game. It demonstrates the integration with Facebook services pretty well. The first step to integrating with our service is to initialize and register the SDK. To do so, you simply just need to call an fb.init method. Typically, the awake function in your main game menu is the most appropriate place. So for the Facebook SDK, all the available methods are rooted under FB. There are a set of methods that you can use. Let's, so how did we, if you notice in the game, how did we get my profile picture information? Let's look at that code. Oops. We have a class here called FBGraph. So the Graph API is Facebook's API that allows you to read and write from the data graph from Facebook. So how do we get my name and picture? It was a pretty simple call. We call fb.api, and we provided this query. So /me has context about the current logged in user. So I'm getting, for myself, I'm getting my name, picture, and size. And how do I get the list of friends to actually smash? The call is also very simple. It's also using fb.api here. The query itself is /me/friends with the relevant fields that you want. Once you get that, we have a cache. So now, if I play another game, a new friend will show up, and we just pull from that cache. And FB app events. So this is just a class that wraps some methods to call fb.log app event. This is how you log to Facebook Analytics. The first thing you need to do is call this initial fb.activate app. This will activate events for you. This should be called right when you launch your app. So as a developer, you probably want to know who your high intent users are. For this particular game, a good proxy for that is probably people who actually play your game and complete it. So let's log that information. We have this game complete callback. That is called in a class we have called GameStateManager. So once the game completes, we have, it calls fb.app-events.gameComplete. So go here. Now let's write some code. So we have a data payload here. So this method takes in a score. So let's log the score. And you can really log any type of metadata you want. So let's log the location. And now we'll make the actual app event log. Okay. Now let's go build this. Okay, so just notice how there's a warning that says, please set your app ID in Facebook player settings. What does that exactly mean? If you go to player settings, we're missing an app ID. So how do you get an app ID? It's pretty simple. You go to developers.facebook.com. And you can create and register your app. So let's create a new app. Category, let's go simulation. Ooh. So now you have an app ID that you can use. But I already have an app set up, so let's use that. So this is the settings on the developer site is where you configure your app and manage payments, manage hosting. Everything is linked in this settings. Define basic information here, such as your name, your asset that you want to use to make your app actually discoverable on our platform. In this case, we wanted our game to be in Gameroom, so it's a flip of a switch. As a game developer, you're probably working with a lot of people, so you can define your roles here. For this game, we have a handful of admins who can do anything they please. Developers who have a little bit more restrictive permissions. And then you can even grant testers for your application. Now let's go back to Unity. So we have the app ID here now. Let's build. So remember how we did the fb.init call? This will actually pull the app ID from the settings to make your build. OK, now let's publish or upload the build to Facebook. Just click the button. Now if you go to the hosting tab, you'll see that the game is now hosted, has uploaded to our hosting. While it's processing, what that means is it's doing some standard malware checks to make sure the file isn't malicious. Once it's done, it'll be in standby mode. We have the option for developers to stage the rollout if they're not fully comfortable with rolling it out to 100%. Maybe they want to roll it out to 10% to make sure that everything works fine before rolling out the latest version. So let's push to production. This is a 100% rollout. Promptly for my password. OK, so the latest version is now this. Let's go back to the home page. Now if we play Friend Smash, since it's a newer version, it will actually download the latest one. So remember, we logged when the game completed. So let's play one game. OK. Now let's view App Analytics to see our logs. You can access App Analytics by clicking this link here. Let's look at the raw logs. So notice we have the log that we just added before. Had a score of 4 in the location, Unity Unite. If you're interested in just knowing about this log, this particular event, you can narrow it down. From a high level, you can understand the count of a particular event. So in this case, for this game, we have one unique user, myself, 14 plays. I've initiated the payment flow 45 times, canceled about half the time, and no successful purchases because it's a test app. OK, what's really awesome about using Facebook Analytics is that it allows you to target your ads to highly engaged users. So we log all this data. We understand who your active and retentive users are. Then we can build an audience profile. So now when you run ads to acquire new users, we will target those users so that your spend is more efficient. I won't dive deeper. That deserves a session on its own. You can have interesting breakdowns, such as device by device, by where it's installed, and by demographic and location. This gives us a high-level overview of our users. Information here isn't too interesting since there's only 2 unique users with my app. But if you had a lot of users, you'd have some very interesting data, and you can slice and dice by however you want. Great. And that concludes our demo. OK. So what do you do if you want to make your game for Gameroom? I'm excited to say that you can do that today by going to the following link to learn more. Thank you.